So here we are getting ready to leave on our second leg of the adventure. We're heading up into Awiatuk National Park. Today should bring us into just right over the border into the park, and we're going to camp a little bit early if necessary. Tomorrow's going to be our big day. We've got some big boulders to get through. We've got some glare ice and even some sand maybe. We have some small waterfalls we need to go up. We'll be traveling upstream. So we're anticipating a challenge, and we want to camp early so we can get an early start in the morning, and it'll probably take us all day to do, maybe 10 miles. So that'll be a challenge, but it's supposed to be spectacular. We're excited.
Well, I think it's going to be pretty easy. We're going to have a couple of hours maybe of tough trail here. I know there's a place that's tough every year. They talk about it, even has a name in Inuktitut that means tough trail. It's going to be maybe a 10-mile stretch. It's going to be kind of rough and brutal, but the rest of it will be like usual. I think we're going to run into some of the problems with slush and overflow that are newer to the area because of the global warming. That maybe in years past we wouldn't have seen. But again, that's just an encounter that we have to deal with, and that's it here in the new age. I mean, travel up here in the global warming, you're going to run into those kinds of situations. So maybe we'll run into a few bears on the other side when we get out to the sea ice, but for the most part, it'll be just carrying on as usual.
Hopefully good weather. We have to go up the waterfalls, I guess, a rocky, bouldery incline, and so I imagine that we probably have to work everybody together to get a sled at a time, but it's always good for team building, and it's just at the beginning of the trip. Once we get at the top, I think it's going to be quite easy travel. It's a U-shaped glacial valley with ice caps on either end. It'll probably be quite cold, because in that situation, when you get this type of clear high pressure, the cold sinks down into the U. It's kind of a classic cold sink. So it'll probably be cold in the valley, and the valley is also noted for a strong wind, so we could get some really powerful winds in there. And ironically, the valley is called the place where the ice never melts, and is now melting. The glaciers on there are retreating real quickly, so we're going to be documenting the glaciers and what we see here in 2007, so we can compare it. Come back in 10 years or so, take a look at the film and see how things have changed.
We got a lot of people down here today supporting us, seeing us off, and that's really wonderful. And Simon has a new sled, so he's all ready to go. We're trying out a new system here with some hardware, some Jumars on our sled, which will make it a lot easier on our hands. And we're looking good. We're right on schedule, and we're going to travel out through the sea ice. It's a little jumbled here around the dog yard, so that'll be a challenge. But then when we get out onto the main part of the sound, it'll be pretty flat and smooth all the way into the park. So it should be a good day.